Hey Squishies, this is Dirty Pair episode 6. Title is something about many routes. This is alright. I liked this. We had Yuri got to be the badass in this one, kind of. Like, she was the one piloting, she was the one blowing stuff up. It was a kind of a nice change of pace. Certainly her character has always been shown to be, competent, but it's generally been Kay that's, like, shooting enemies and piloting the ship in complex ways and so forth. And here it was Yuri taking on a whole fleet of pirates by herself and holding her own. It was impressive. I loved the character design on the pirates because they were literally just wearing white and red horizontal stripes and blue jeans. They looked like the extras in a production of Peter Pan. Like, they were just the most generic pirates, like generic sailors imaginable, but in this scrubbed clean sort of way. It was just cool. And, you had the obnoxious childhood friend of Kay, Kaya, I think they said his name was. Pretty much just one of those guys who thinks the world revolves around him. No surprise at all that he would become a pirate, because he already thinks all women belong to him, so why not all of everyone's, belongings as well? God, that sounds horrible once it comes out of my mouth. My point is that he is an entitled prick. Not that women are in any way related to belongings, except in the sense that women generally have belongings, as most people do. But yeah. What else? Fairly predictable plot-wise. Like, of course, if you have a whole fleet of ships with sun in the name and the lovely angel, you could name the lovely angel Sun. Obviously. But, I mean, it's Dirty Pair. It's not about surprises. It's about ridiculousness. And there was plenty of that. I love that the guy was so arrogant that he honestly believed Kay would just hand the box over. Which I guess technically she did, it's just she didn't hand over any of what was inside the box. I love the crystal because it was a crystal. That's what a mineral prism is. It's a crystal. So they are reigniting or enhancing a sun with crystal magic. After the haunted space station last time, like, why not? This is clearly, a setting that has magic in it. It just doesn't want to call it magic. The same way that a lot of space opera does. Star Wars, obviously, that one I think everybody knows. But Star Trek as well is pretty loaded with things that are straight up magic. And I'm not even talking about stuff like transporters and warp drive, which is, almost certainly impossible, but it's presented as working like technology. I'm more talking about the stuff that is straight up magic, like souls and the resurrection of the dead in Star Trek 3. Like Q, and the prophets on Deep Space Nine. Stuff like that, that's not even couched in the aesthetic of science. It's still within space opera, because the weird is permitted within space opera, you know, but it's straight up magic. And that's, what we have here is, we follow up a ghost story with magic. Anyway, it's not really central to the episode. It's just a MacGuffin. It's an excuse for them to be chased by pirates and to think that they're outwitting the pirates by tricking them into chasing them, when in reality they actually have the thing the pirates want. It's not a bad plan. It's one that's has been used historically, with like trying to secretly transport important people that are being hunted, like, I don't know, getting the heir of the throne out of the city during a rebellion, or like shipping very important treasures, and you would send multiple expeditions, most of which had fakes, and then there would be the one that had the real one. Of course, the downside is that your options are either send the real one by the safest route, which is the most obvious route to send it by, and therefore the one that bandits or whatever will be watching, the shortest, safest, easiest route, or send it on a more convoluted, dangerous route and risk that the dangers of the route stop it. I keep saying route, it's route. The dangers of the route stop it, even though the bandits never find it, or pirates, or whatever. So... still not a bad system. What else? There wasn't a ton going on in this episode. Not a ton to talk about, really, that I can think of. I like that Kay got to be the one who's flirting and tricking while Yuri is the pilot, like I said. It was a nice reversal of roles and proved that each of them can do what the other does, which, there's no reason they can't. Kay is presented... I know from reading Vakarangi's reviews of or analysis of the Dirty Pair series, that the reason Kay is depicted as the less attractive one is because in the light novels, she, as the narrator, depicts herself as the less attractive one, but she's an unreliable narrator. Personally, I just read that as her, talking up Yuri. The way people respond to them, it's fair, and, the way they're drawn, it's obvious that they're supposed to both be, very attractive young women. So, it's nice seeing Kay get to use that side of it for once. And it's nice having her be the one who's pursued, because usually she's the one pursuing. And while that's a nice reversal, because usually it's, the guy pursuing the woman, so the woman pursuing the guy, it's nice to see it happening the other way around for once. So yeah. Generally a fun episode. Lots of good spaceship action. The battles in the show, they're a little weird, just because I'm hearing very weird sirens and I don't know what they are. I hope you can't hear them. I hope the mic isn't picking them up, but it probably is. I'm sure it's just the fact that this is a TV show in the 80s and didn't have a ton of budget. But the battles are really close to each other, and the ships are very static during them. And, I brought up Star Trek because that's a very Star Trek way of doing things. Next Generation in particular involved a lot of ships kind of floating near each other perfectly still and shooting. And here it's, you know, the huge pirate ship and the tiny little lovely angel like right underneath it, and then it fires and the angel like slides backwards out of the way. It's a little jarring, but accurate space physics is not a thing that you would be watching Dirty Pair for, or space opera in general. So it's just a little thing that jumped out at me while I was watching. Otherwise, yeah, good episode. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to watching more next month. Bye.